ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. I welcome all of you for this session. So today we are going to discuss a few anuchadas from Bhakti Sandarbha. Bhakti Sandarbha is a book actually. This book is particularly discuss about bhakti, glories of the bhakti, types of bhakti, and also what is suddha bhakti, and so many things are being discussed in this. This book actually compiled by Srila Jiva Gosvami. This is like a guidebook actually. It's like a guidebook on Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is such a wonderful and nectarian book actually. This is actually, we can say, as the summary of, or otherwise conclusion of all the scriptures. Like if you start hankering for what is the topmost knowledge, like being a university student, being a being a student who is studious and who is very intellectual, and such a person, being such a person, if one wants to find the highest knowledge, so if one determined to know the best knowledge, like we have so many knowledges, we have knowledge about these books which describe about knowledge, like politics, the books which can describe about economy or history, also engineering. There are so many books, so which describe about the phenomena. Actually, in the nature, there are so many laws are there, like Newton laws, like so many other scientists also, they developed so many laws. We have like this so many books and so much they are discussing about the so many things which we don't know. And like we have physics books, mathematics books, chemistry books. There's so much knowledge is there. We always try to gather. And now man is also inventing so many new things like electronics, semiconductor physics. Then after that, technologies came. There are so many technologies, communication technologies, CDMA technology, now 5G technology, Android. These are all man-made technologies. Studying and knowing about these things is also very passionate. It's like a passion. It's like some kind of thing. It's we try to so know new things. A studious and intellectual student, they always try to know new things. And like that, if one try to searching, and finally, if he really determined to know the topmost knowledge, and he should not see anything higher than this. Such a knowledge, if anyone wants to learn, then he has to come to Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is the topmost knowledge actually. So I'm also a science student. That means I studied uh, engineering so much. I was having the passion for knowing relativity theory, Einstein relativity theory, and so many other theories. So, but everywhere, every theory has some gap actually. Any formula, if you take, so there is always some kind of assumption. When there is assumption, like F is equal to mg, if you throw any mass object which is having a mass m, how much force it takes to go, and how much force when it is falling. So F is equal to mg, we say. So the force which is coming through that object, which is having the mass m, the acceleration is g, is 9.8 meters per second square approximately. We don't say 9.8 meters per second square. Absolutely no, we don't say. So many factors it can influence the depth. As much as you go inside to the earth, G value changes. As much as you go height from the earth, G value changes. G value changes on the mountains. G value changes on the different places. So many factors. Being a student, we want to know the absolute thing, which can include all the changes and make a one value, which is absolute. Can you then G is also not stable. It is varied based upon various factors. Then F is equal to mg is not perfect all the time. Only in some places it is right. So, like this, if you see any formula or anything, how it is? It is always assumed value only it gives. It is not absolute. That means knowledge is not absolute. Knowledge is not absolute. Whatever we are scientific knowledge learning, that is just scientist approximated and he formulated things. The phenomena, whatever happening in the nature, he observed that and he quantified that phenomena through the mathematics using the formulas. But those formulas also, as much as factors he can consider, he considered that and try to figure out and give a one formula for us. And based upon that formulas, we are building objects. We are building the various tools, various equipments, various so many things like AC machines, all these industries are the computers, these, that, all are having so many formulas and which are actually given by scientists as per his observation he gave. So that's why ultimately this product, whatever is there, laptop or whatever things, can you say they are all perfect? They are functioning perfectly. Is there any lacking in that? Can you say there is no lacking? No. So that's why what I'm saying. In the day-to-day life, you might be exposed to so much knowledge, and you might be thinking, "Oh, learning this is very much needed, and it is very it's interesting." You may think like that, but the reality is, after knowing that knowledge, then there should not be pending. That means there should not be any remaining knowledge which should be known. So such a knowledge is there means that is only Srimad Bhagavatam. So Srimad Bhagavatam is a wonderful actually book, and it is absolute thing. So then after that you don't need to know anything else. But initially, because of not having the ability to uh, grasp that, and not having sufficient kripa, you may, because of you are having most of the time habituated to know the so-called material knowledge. So relatively you may feel so much, oh, what is there? This is some fiction story, or this something lightly you may feel, very lightly. You may feel very lightly. But when you do japa, because sadhana is very much needed actually. When we do sadhana, very subtle science this is. What is that? Influence of rajas, tamas and sattva. Influence of three modes is a very subtle science. You cannot so easily quantify that, and you cannot invent measuring techniques for that. How much? It is very subtle. Actually, modern science cannot approach also. Modern science and modern scientific knowledge cannot help you actually. So many phenomena which are undergoing, which are there in you, your consciousness is undergoing those phenomena. Scientists, they don't know. They know only some gross phenomena. Like if you throw a ball upward direction, it is falling. It's a gross activity. And they found it's a Newton. There is a law. So there is a gravitational force. Because of that, it is falling. Such a things. But internally, your consciousness, how it is changing, in what time, how it behaves, then how to control that. This science, do they have any approach which is very perfect approach to understand all these things? Internally, your feelings, how they are one after another is coming, what feeling is coming next, and what situation, based in which situation, which feeling is going to come, so that you are becoming acting accordingly that feeling. So, who is there any scientific, that means methodology for this to quantify and to understand and to stabilize or to control? Nothing. But who can control all these things? Sometimes you may be feeling restless, and sometimes you may be feeling lusty, sometimes you might be feeling so dull. All these sciences and phenomena, how these activities, these are things that are happening in you based upon what modes. So then who is going to control all these things? How to control? So there is a best process, that is chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This mantra, apparently you may see that Hara, Krishna and Rama. It also simply looking like a syllables. Ha, Ra, Kru, Ka and Ru, Sha and Na, Krishna. Ra, A and Ma. You might be knowing these letters are all very common to your day-to-day life. In your daily life also you use these letters. You are using ha, you are using ra, you are using ma, you are using ka, you are using ri. Just you feel that even this mantra is also just composed of these letters. How it is going to change my life? You might be thinking like this. What kind of special thing is in this? It is simply composition of the syllables, which I daily use. So, but there is a strong connection, These syllables are not ordinary syllables. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, these are not ordinary syllables. This sound vibration is not ordinary sound vibration which you can generate through your tongue. No. This sound vibration is beyond the three modes. And it is having a very strong connection with your feelings. You are getting every minute so many feelings which you want to control, but you are not able to control. And there is no scientific method also to control that by scientists. Even they cannot quantify and they cannot observe and they cannot give any approach to control this. They just see the nature, gross nature, and some phenomena they observe, and based upon that they develop some laws, and then based upon that they are giving some equipments to you to enjoy grossly. But you want to dig inside yourself and you want to know. You want to know how to control these feelings. You want to know inner physics. So that is explained in Srimad Bhagavatam. And it will explain everything, the physical body, subtle body, and connection with this body, with the total cosmic world. And that cosmic is what kind of connection it is having with the supreme truth, absolute truth. Everything is explained in that. It's not a domain knowledge, a particular domain knowledge you will be getting and that much. No. It will answer all your questions. And this Hare Krishna Mahamantra is not an ordinary mantra. It's not an ordinary sound vibration, no. It is a transcendental energy actually. When you vibrate Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. When you vibrate this sound vibration, it is going to purify your consciousness. It is going to stop the influence of modes on you. So it is going to purify you. But you have the analytical brain. Your analytical brain will be asking questions. How this sound vibration, which is just a simple ordinary syllables, sound vibration produced by uttering some ordinary syllables, and that energy is going to control my thoughts. I am feeling lusty, this can be controlled. I am feeling greedy, this can be controlled. I am feeling so much so miserly, this can be controlled. Yes. So what is the connection? This is a very subtle science that is Srimad Bhagavatam is going to explain to you. Srimad Bhagavad Gita is explaining. So that's why you're quench whatever you have. For knowing so things very subtly, then you have to study Srimad. And you should understand this process, this Hare Krishna Mahamantra process is not an ordinary process. It is approved knowledge actually. It is approved knowledge by previous sages. Ancient sages has already concluded actually. You don't need to do research. A great exalted people already they decided what is this. Hare Krishna Mahamantra and this knowledge. Etan nirmidyam mananam. No. So it is said that etan nirvidya mananam icchatam akuto bhayam yoginam rupa nirnitam harer namanu kirtanam yoginam rupa nirnitam harer namanu kirtanam. O Parikshit, Harer Namanu Kirtana. That means continuous chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hari's names is Harer Namanu Kirtanam Nirnitam Yoginam Rupa. So, my dear Parikshit, it is already decided. This Harinama Kirtan, Harinama Sankirtan is a approved process by the great exalted sages. Yogis, Yoginam Nrupa Nirnitam Hare Namanu Kirtanam. So that's why you need to have faith actually. You need to have faith on scriptures. Your logical brain may be rejecting this in accepting scripture's authority. But for this also, there is a solution. Your logic can be completely defeated and establish sastra as the highest pramana. By our great sages already they did that exercise. If you have time, you can go through that. Establishing scriptures as highest pramana. That is the main problem you get in your mind. Whenever we say that you accept all the things, whatever I said, first question in your mind comes that, why I have to accept all this? Because, so that's why we are saying, I am not saying anything from my own mind. I am saying everything from the scriptures. Srimad Bhagavatam is the highest scripture. So, but you have to, maybe some sober people, or maybe some people who are a little bit sentimental, they may, out of sentiment, they may accept. Or some intelligence, they think that, why I have to accept? Your mind also sometimes in the corner, it may be asking you the question, why I have to accept all this? So that's why if you want to really know, establishing Srimad Bhagavatam as the highest scripture is also discussed by our acharyas. So there. So if you go through that explanation, then you will understand. Srimad Bhagavatam is the highest scripture. And in that, what is said? Yoginam Nripa Nirnitam Hare Namanu Kirtanam. Hare Namanu Kirtanam. Hari's name is not an ordinary name. When you utter that word Hari, it's a transcendental energy actually. That energy is now transcendental energy. And that is going to purify your life. All the influence of modes will be finished. So then you feel more and more close to Sastra. You are able to accept the things. Otherwise, what will happen? All the time you are being associated with your friends and your colleagues and your day-to-day life. So many people who have no vision of, no idea of all this process. In their association, you will never get a single chance. Even if for a minute you will not get any chance to remember these things, what I am speaking now with you. So because of this, what is going to happen? You are not getting any chance to remember the real thing. You are always engaged in the different. So feelings which feelings you want to control actually. You don't want also those. That means by discussing with your friend about this some big building, you'll be getting no lust to have that building. If you are discussing about some beautiful girl, then you are getting the lust to have her. If you are discussing about some property, then you'll be getting the greed. But you don't want these things. You want to control. But now, to control that, what is the process? There is only one process. Hare Namanu Kirtanam. Yoginam Nripa Nirnitam. Hare Namanu Kirtanam. So who is there to remember you? Who is there to remind you actually this thing? Nobody is there. The way to control all these unwanted things, unwanted desires and unwanted feelings in your heart is Harinamanu Kirtanam. But you are not doing that. You are feeling so lazy for that. You are not feeling any inspiration for that. And you are going down day by day, down, down. Yes, it will happen. Doctor give medicine to you and you are not taking that. Doctor medicine he gave and you are not taking and you are getting disease and because of disease you are not taking medicine. You say that, Prabhu, I am not feeling comfortable because I am feeling so sick and that's why I am not able to take medicine. You are feeling so sick, you don't have any energy to take medicine also, then what will happen? Your sickness will decrease, your disease will decrease. Tell me. You are feeling so much weakness that you don't have any energy to take medicine also. That is the situation actually you are. You have no time to take medicine. What is the medicine? Harinam. And you want to come out from all the sickness. That is material, bhavaroga. This material, all these things, desires, unwanted things, is the roga actually. Bhavaroga we say. So you want to get cured from this bhavaroga. You want to have a peaceful life. You want to come out from all the problems and you want to be really taste the real peace and happiness. You want to taste real peace and happiness. That desire is there, but because that is a state of mind, that is a state of soul. Soul state is no. That's the original state of the soul. You want to taste that. For coming to that state, you have to be cured from the. You should get treatment for your bhavaroga, material disease. Material disease means being influenced by all these things. You are identifying yourself as body. You are getting so many pain, so much pain. This is bhavaroga. You want to get cured. You want to get cured from this. So for that medicine is Harinam, but you are feeling so sick, so weakness, no energy for taking Harinam also. If you don't eat medicine, how your disease will be treated actually? If you don't have any energy to take medicine also, then who is going to say? So that's why you have to take medicine. You have to regularly come for japa. You all should come for regular japa. Hare Namanu Kirtanam. If you take medicine, then your disease will be reduced as much as your it's a boosting actually. As much as your bhavaroga reduces, that much medicine you feel to take more. Then it will not be like a medicine, it is like a juice. Initially, it is looking like medicine. Like when you get a jaundice disease, when you drink sugarcane juice, it's look like a bitter medicine. because of your disease. But as much as you forcibly take that juice, which is like bitter initially, literally it is too bitter. But what happens? Forcibly, if you take, you will be getting the taste. So sweet. This Harinam is also like that. So that's why Hare Namanu Kirtanam. You should find time for this thing. You should time for to take medicine. That's a Harinam. So you should give importance for this. And don't undermine the power of the holy name. It is beyond your intelligence. If you go in a systematic approach, that means seeing the authority of the first, no, you should know how to. So, how Srimad Bhagavatam is established as the highest authority in speaking truth. No other means scientists are their speculations are having no value. Everything will be, you should know this process of establishing Srimad Bhagavatam as highest scripture. Then that will boost your confidence in believing Bhagavatam. And when you read Bhagavatam, then you will understand the spiritual potency of the holy name. And also the phenomena actually, which is happening inside you because of interaction of the modes. This phenomena also you'll understand. Then, so if you apply with that faith, chanting holy names, then there will be progress. Now you are not giving time actually. You are not giving time to develop your faith on holy name. And also, you are not taking any kind of medicine. You don't have time for that also. So, no time. Then what will happen? Day by day, we go more and more into deep of the ditch. Samsara ditch. It's a very, very big, very deep ditch, which is fully filled with mud. Going inside. In the water only, if you go inside, you will be not able to breathe. Now it's a completely mud actually. In that mud, you are deep, you are put inside. And now your nose and everything is inside. And you are pushed even down. What will happen? The same way, your friends, your office, your colleagues, and your things, your surroundings, all are like they are pulling you down actually. They are taking you more and more deepness of the ditch. And because of that, what will happen? You feel suffocated. You are getting pain, but not able to take medicine. Someone is giving the helping hand to you, but you don't have time to catch that hand. You don't have time to catch that hand. So then who is going to save you? Prahlad Maharaj says in one place, what is he saying? नैतन्मनस्तव कथासु विकुण्ठनाथा सम्प्रियते दुरितदुष्टमसाधु तीव्रम् कामातुरं हर्षशोकभयैषणार्तम् तस्मिन् कथं तव गतिं विमृशामि दीनः. Whenever our heart became too much lusty and greedy, kamaturam, durita dustam, asadu tivram, when this mind is becoming That means agitated by this so much lusty things. Your lust is like that. You want to have so much, that means material pleasure. And also your heart is inflicted by the material happiness and material distress. Oh, I got this kind of problem in my life. Oh, I am getting thrilling life, thrilling. Wow, this nice pleasure. If we, that means inflicted by this material pain and pleasure, and if your heart is always agitated by these things, and it is fully filled with the lusty things, and sometimes fear also, in your heart there is a fear, bhaya, harsha, shoka, bhayishanartam, fear. Oh, what will happen to my life next? What will happen? I have to earn this much money. If I don't earn money, then these bills has to be paid. Otherwise, they'll catch me. Police will catch. What will happen to me? Fear. When your heart is also inflicted by these things, that means material pain, material pleasure, material fear. If they are always, that means presenting in your heart, and in that heart, you don't have any space for Vimrushami katham tavagatim. You don't have any time to understand the glory of the holy name. You don't have any time to understand the glorious pastimes of the Krishna. You also think that Krishna is also small playboy. He is also having girls and he's enjoying. I am also enjoying. I am also little Krishna. Is this understanding? Is this right understanding? So that's why Naitan manastava tava kathasu vikuntanatha sampriyate duritadustam tivram kamaturam harsha shoka bhayaishanartam tasmin katam tava gatim vimrushami dinaha. Hey Prabhu, hey Narsingha Bhagavan, Prahlad Maharaj is saying, my heart is completely filled with lust, and all the time it is inflicted by the material happiness, pleasure, and material fear. And in such a heart, how I can think about you? This is the present situation of all of us. We are fully filled with these material things. And that's why, Tasmin katam tavagatim vimrushami dinaha. Hey Prabhu, how I can think about you? It's impossible. Even in the other Puranas also it is said, like same in the, like how we hear Prahlad Maharaj is saying in Skanda Purana, said like this. Yavat papaistu malinam hridayam tavadevahi na shastre satya buddhisya sadbuddhi sadgurau tatha aneka janma janita punya rashi phalam mahat satsanga shastra shravanat eva premadi jayate. Yavat papaistu malinam hrudayam. Till the time our heart is fully filled with the sins, na shastre sadbuddhisya sadbuddhi sadguru. You will not feel any confidence in, or you don't get any good intelligence to accept Shastra or righteous Guru. That's why don't get involved in so many gross sinful activities. No. That's why king has to take care of their subjects. They should not do so much sinful activities. Because of too many sinful activities, because of that, if you associate too much materialistic people, अत्याहार प्रयासश्च प्रजल्पो नियमाग्रहः जनसंगश्च लौल्यं च षड्भिर्भक्तिर्विनश्यति जनसंगश्च लौल्यं च. If we associate so much materialistic people, they might be very inspiring for you materially because of they might be having the big success. They are in the business, they are successful. In material enjoyment, they are successful. In material love, they might be successful. They might be having the 4 or 5 girlfriends successfully. They might be having the big crores of billions of dollars. They might be having. So they might be looking for you like a inspiration. And if you try to associate too much materialistic persons, your mind, your heart is become kamaturam. There also, that association is going to bring everything into you also. It's going to bring everything into you. In your mind also now hankering will increase, will begin actually. Hankering for the things like that. I want this, I want this, I don't want this. Then you say that, I don't have any time for Prabhuji. I couldn't find time for your japa time. They say like this. Kamaturam harsha shoka bhaishanartam tasmin katum tava gatim vimrushami dinaha. How it will be possible? It's not possible. That means you don't have time to understand the glory of the bhakti and scriptures. Sat Shastra Sad Buddhi. What is said here? Na Shastre Sad Buddhi Syat Sad Buddhi Sadguru Tatha. Sad Buddhi, Satya Buddhi. Na Shastre Satya Buddhi Syat Sad Buddhi Sadguru Tatha. You will never feel someone as your guru. You think that, oh, he is also a common man. You never accept someone as guru and you will never feel to follow that person. You think that because now our heart is fully filled with lust and greed, then everyone we see like that only. Oh, he is also earning and he is also enjoying family life and he is also like this. And why I have to hear? Why I have to accept him as a guru and why I have to accept his words? Might be Prabhuji calling you all. Hey, come for japa, come for this, come for that. But why you have to follow him? That means you cannot consider someone as your Siksha Guru. Yavat papaistu malinam hrudayam. That means till the time your heart is being association with the metal, too much lusty people, your also heart is become lusty. If you are in that kind of mode, actually, you cannot feel someone as your guru. You cannot treat him as a guru and you are not able to follow him, his instructions. Na sastre satya buddhi syat. Na sastre satya buddhi. Satya buddhi means good intelligence. You will never get good intelligence in Shastra. That means you cannot understand Shastra also. Even if you read, you will be seeing. If you read Krishna about Krishna, you think that Krishna is a playboy. Oh, he is having the dozens of women, so I can also have dozens of women. With the lusty eyes, how you will be seeing the scripture? Do you know what is Krishna? Krishna Tattva and Jiva Tattva are the same. You and Krishna and your bodies and Krishna body is same. Krishna body is a transcendental body. So do you have that capacity to know? Satya Buddhi you will never get. You see everything as per our lust. Sadbuddhi Sadguru Tata. Sadbuddhi Sadguru. So someone who is connected to this Guru Parampara and he is giving knowledge to you and you are not able to see him as a Guru. He is also a normal person. Why I have to bother his words? Why I have to follow his instructions? Who is he? Chalta hai. Maybe grossly may not say who are you, but inside it will be there. And that's why you are not able to, because of no respect for that person, you will not get any inspiration to follow his instructions also. If there is no respect, then there is no actions. अनेक जन्म जनिता पुण्य राशि फलम महत सत्संग शास्त्र श्रवणादेव प्रेमादि जायते. So that's why what one should do. One should come out from the materialistic people's association. Make a plan. How to reduce your time with too much materialistic people. So reduce it first of all. Aneka janma janita punya rasi phalam mahat. First of all, that is very dangerous. And what you should do? Satsanga Shastra Shravana. Satsanga Shastra Shravana. One, that's why you should come in association of the sadhus. Satsanga means good association. Sat Sangha. Sangha means association. You should come to the good association and hear the Shastra. Satsanga Shastra Shravana Deva Premadi Jayate. Then you will get the prema. How you will get? You will understand the holy name is not an ordinary thing. Uttering the syllables of Hari, Krishna and Rama, Hara and Krishna and Rama is not an ordinary process. You will understand the glory of the each and every name of the Lord. You will understand the Lord's energies, Lord's potency and Lord's position and Lord's glory. When you come to the good association and when you hear Shastra, Satsanga Shastra Shravanad. So then what you will get? You will get Shraddha on the process. Yes, Shraddha means faith, belief, strong belief. You will get, yes, this process I should follow. So that's why cut down your too much material association and sit in the association of the sadhus, which means devotees, and hear Shastra and develop strong faith on the holy name. Then what will happen? Prema dijayate. Initially I said, as much as you take holy name, it will be becoming sweet and sweet for you. Like example, I said already to you all, if you take the sugarcane juice, it will be like bitter when a person gets jaundice disease. But doctor recommends you should take. But when disease is over, then juice will be tasty. Similarly, whatever now, initially we come in association of devotees and hearing sastra, and initially at the time, because of disease is not cured, so that's why you may not able to feel the taste in the holy name, but you already developed faith because of this good association and studying the sastras in that good association. So that faith will be helping you to continue your chanting holy names and not associating non-devotees. So then one day, prema dijayate, you will get love of Godhead. So from this class, you should understand that Srimad Bhagavatam is the highest scripture, and holy name and bhakti process is not an ordinary process. You don't know the glory of this holy name. So for that, what you have to do? To know that. So why we are not able to know? Because now our heart is filled with so much lust, greed, anger, and so on. That kind of heart is not suitable to what? Suitable to think about Krishna and his energies and his potencies. Then what is the solution? This heart is becoming inflicted by the lust and greed because of the bad association. For old impressions already there, but those impressions are waking up because of what? Because of your present association with whom you are associating. And this present association is so bad because of that impressions are immediately getting wake up and creating the desires in you. And not allowing you to think about Krishna, not allowing you to go to devotees. So then that's what we have to do. We have to stop associating non-devotees as much as possible. And satsanga shastra shravana deva, associate devotees and study sastra and understand this process. By leaving the non-devotees, automatically your sin is reduced. Influence is reduced. And in that good devotees association, if you read Shastra, then you'll get the faith on the holy name. And if you take up this process chanting Harer Namanu Kirtan Yogi Nam Rupa Nirnitam Harer Namanu Kirtanam, then you'll understand this Harinam Kirtan's glory. In the association of sadhus, if you read scriptures, you'll understand glory of the holy name. And with the faith you are going to chant, and then prema dijayate, prema will be produced. Okay. Any questions? Yes, Gandhi, Mohina.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you very much for sharing your knowledge. And I have a few questions.
Yes.
Like one of them is when I do mala, then there is no feeling at the in that duration. There is no such like there is verbal movement and going something in the brain, but not in terms of feeling happiness, sadness, or any enjoyment or that kind of feeling. But then when I otherwise sit, like when I am like inclined or when I want to express my feeling, then that is there. But I am not able to relate how japa is is it helping in creating feelings, or what is the relation like? If you can.
Yes. So, japa, the process of uttering syllables, which are very known to us. Ha, Ra, and Krishna, Ra, Ma. These are syllables. Ra is there in your language. Even R. So, R is there, K is there, Krishna. All these syllables are there in every language. Very known syllables. But now a few syllables we picked up and we brought as a mantra. And now we are chanting this. How it is going to help me? How it is going to purify my heart? How I can relate it? How I can understand? How it is going to create feelings for absolute truth? Your point is, while reciting this mantra, while uttering this mantra, you are not getting any feeling or any happiness. Nothing. No happiness, no sorrow, nothing is. But after this, you are getting some feelings in other times. So now what you are doing, you are trying to understand the glory of the holy name through your experience. You are trying to understand the glory of the holy name through experience. But now the heart is not clean. Kamaturam harsha shoka bhayaishanartam. What is that? This is Sampriyate durita dushta masadu tivram. Present heart is fully filled with so many unwanted things. Lust, greed, anger, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. In various degrees it is there in the heart. With this heart you are trying to understand the glory of the holy name through your experience. That is not the way to do. What is that? Satsanga Sastra Sravanad. Sit in the good devotees association and hear glory of the holy name from their mouth actually. If you hear the pastime of Ajamila, Ajamila was chanting Narayana name to call his son. But Narayana name is not an ordinary name. And the effect of that name is, you have seen, even the Yamadutas were stopped actually, not allowed to take Ajamila to hell. Vishnudutas came. So the glory of the holy name. Who are we to experience now with the lusty heart? So sit in the association of sadhus and hear that glory and develop faith through that hearing. If you have doubt, you ask them, then they are clarified. And when you, by hearing them, when you get faith on the holy name, with that faith, if you chant holy names, when your heart is purified, Bhagavat Tattva Vijnanam Mukta Sangasya Jayate. Bhagavat Tattva Vijnanam Mukta Sangasya Jayate. When heart is purified, then you will understand, you can experience the glory of the holy name and Lord also. You can experience Lord. Tadarajastamo bhava kamalobhadayascha chetaitiranaviddam stitam sattve prasidati. Evam prasanna manaso bhagavat bhakti yogatah bhagavat tattva vijnanam mukta sangasya jayate. Mukta sangasya jayate. Bhagavat tattva vijnanam. Who is going to really experience Krishna? Evam prasanna manaso. That means, if you see that before slokas, it said that Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya. When you regularly chant holy name, then what will happen? Tada rajastamo bhavaha kamalobhadayascha chetayetairana viddam stitam sattve prasidati. When in your heart, rajas and tamas, that means lust, greed, all are removed, then evam prasanna manasu, then heart is pleased. In that heart, then you will experience really who is Krishna. Now you are trying to understand and experience Krishna with your lusty and greedy and so-called heart. No, nothing is going to happen. You have to hear from sadhus about the glory of the holy name and put faith on them. And with that shraddha, with that faith, if you take up the holy name, then you will get the result. Mataji, you are there?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Mohina Mataji plan will be like having a son with Narayana name in the future, it looks like.
No. Our son's name is Vibhu. His nickname is Vibhu, given by his Dadiji. So that is already there.
So Mohina Mataji, so that's why you have to hear sastra. So through hearing process, you should develop shraddha on the holy name, glory of the. Your acceptance to take up this process should be based upon hearing, not based upon experience. So based upon hearing, faith should be developed. With that faith, if you take up the holy name and then purified the heart, in purified heart, then you can experience. You are doing reverse.
Then
Who is this?
That feeling comes, but then.
Who is this? Can you raise the hand?
Prabhuji, it's me, Mohina only.
Oh, Mohina, your voice is differently.
Yes. Okay. So it is. I can understand that, but the moment that faith, I try to do that unconditional. When I try to go to that side, then we are dealing with this material people, materialistic things, and then comes the question like I don't know, like you get उसको क्या बोलेंगे, धोखा और धोखा, suppose मतलब you are doing trying जी.
Yes.
So
you try to hear from wrong people actually. Guru, sadhu, shastra. Whom you should make a guru? He should be approved by shastra and sadhu. Who is sadhu? Who is approved by guru and shastra. And which is shastra? Which is said by the sadhu and guru. So it's a triangle check. So Guru Parampara. That's why Prabhupada always says. So this Krishna conscious movement is not a man-made movement. It is having the unbroken chain, disciplic succession from the Lord to till here now. You should hear from Sadguru, not that Sadguru. Okay. That means a authentic teacher you should hear. So you might have approached so many people and met so much so-called spiritual organizations. That doesn't mean that everywhere you got the right knowledge. No. So now you accept the mercy given by Prabhupada through this organization, through our movement. It's not organization, it's a process actually. You don't see it's like organization. It's a process given by Sastra. That process is systematically taught through this movement, Krishna conscious movement. You accept this mercy. You don't need to think somewhere else to go and think. You stop hunting the people. Stop hunting the teachers and gurus. Just now take up this and hear from this, our parampara, whoever is coming through the Srila Prabhupada, you hear Srila Prabhupada's lectures. You hear his disciples' lectures. So who are firmly standing and develop faith by hearing that. In this process also, you might be actually seeing some people are getting fall down. But here you see the source is what? Guru Parampara and Srila Prabhupada, who is always pure devotee, his books. Because this so-called logical brain, yes, unfortunately we see some failures and we feel very bad. And we think that maybe it is also wrong. And he is also wrong. And let me experience myself and then I will accept process. No. That's why out of the mercy of sadhu only our bhakti process begins and our faith begins. Paramaswatantra Bhagavad Bhakta Sangha Tat Krupa Jata Mangalodayena. So, if you are sincere, at least pray to the Lord that, my dear Lord, please, in my heart, create a faith on Guru. Give me a proper Guru for me. And give me a proper sadhu association. Anyway, you are getting proper association. So, and that is the process actually. If you want to, where to begin, don't find your own solutions. No. Even if you want to ask, you don't know what to ask, Lord. You have to ask that, give me a proper Guru. And devotees association. Nice devotees association. Who can clear all your doubts. And develop a firm faith on the process. And when you, with that firm faith, if you take a process, then heart is purified, then Lord will appear in that heart. So, Radha Madhav may bless you. So, finish your doubts from the root. Asking doubts is a good symptom actually for progression, for progress.
But Prabhuji, never-ending doubts are also a problem. Like,
Never-ending doubts means because it's not, your doubts are not so powerful doubts. Once if you cleanly understanding, it will be finished. If you remove properly, then finished. But you are removing few and you are also putting few more inside, then it will never end. It is happening like that. You are learning new thing and you are getting new more. Because of not learning properly, so you are getting the few more doubts. So that's why they are not ending. But if you start learning in a systematically, in a proper way, then it will be emptied. Your doubts will be emptied very soon. Okay.
Prabhuji,
Systematic learning,
still,
you can.
Prabhuji, like ISKCON movement also, if we see there are many things, suppose book distribution or other kind of responsibilities being taken by a few, and they try to do that throughout their time, like whatsoever is being assigned to them, that suppose you are supposed to do this. And what I am trying to understand is, when we are so much relying, we are supposed to rely on Krishna, right? Then why to like, then that is also materialistic thing, na? Like getting the temple running, it will happen, isn't it? Like on its own. I don't know, like.
Yeah, you have actually see, your learning process is not in a systematic way. Of course, you have good thing is you have good studiousness. You have good inquisitiveness is there. That's why if we learn in a systematic way, Sastra, every doubt will be cleaned out. So that's why approach is not systematic. You are not studying. If you want, if you really have the time and caliber, here Sandarbhas. Here Tattva Sandarbha first. Here Shastra Pramanam course. Then after that, you hear the next. So Bhagavad Sandarbha. If you have really such a time and energy, and your studiousness and your inquisitiveness is genuinely it is there, then everything will be cleaned actually. You will understand what is the material activity, and if there is a red rose flower is there in a park and you just plucked out and you put in your own hair, it is material activity. But same flower, if you go and keep in front of the Lord, that energy is internal energy of the Lord. It is a Bhakti Shakti. That's activity is a transcendental activity. But everywhere it is just actions, and with the body only it is there, with the hands and legs actions only there, and that is made up of some stone, and that idol is there, and I kept on in front of that. What is this? You may logically think your all logics will be finished out, your all questions will be finished out, and a proper Shraddha will be developed. Okay?
Okay, Prabhuji, I'll try.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Any other questions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes,
I have a question
Yes, ma'am.
on how to continue to be enthusiastic and then remain consistent.
Yeah. Utsahat nischayat dhairya tat karma pravartan. So, sangatyaga sato vritti shadbir bhaktir prasiddhyati. How utsaha will be maintained? Even in the materially also, how the enthusiasm is maintained, the process by the association. A drunkard will feel to drink more when he is in association of drunkards. And similarly, any activity, like if you want to play cricket or if you want to play some games, you need association. Then you feel more enthusiasm. But if you are alone, you will never feel any enthusiasm. If you are alone, where you will go? Whatever your core nature is there, that's what if it is lusty nature, then you will be seeing the lusty things and you are doing the lusty activities. If you are having greedy, then you are accumulating something and counting things. If you are alone, the strong, whatever the contaminated nature is there inside, that will guide you. If you want to feel enthusiasm in higher things, like chanting holy names, reading Bhagavatam, going and doing service in the temple, if you want to do such a higher things which are not your nature, now presently, no taste for that, then you have to associate those people who are doing that. If you don't have time to go to the doctor also to consult and to get the medicine, then who is going to save? So here the devotees are doctors actually. Huh? So forcibly you should go to their association, you'll get enthusiasm. And it will be sustained in the association only. Otherwise, out. If you develop some kind of material boundaries, oh, this person I don't like, that person I don't like, because of material reasons, if you keep boundaries and if you disassociate yourself from the people, devotees, no scope for development. Absolutely no scope. Okay. Yes, it's clear, Mataji? Sharadam.
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you so much.
Prakash Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you so much for your wonderful lecture. Prabhu, I remember when we had a lecture last time, I asked you about how did we come in this material world and from where? And I think you mentioned that we come from the Mahavishnu or Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, or like that. Actually, I forgot. And I was reading the Coming Back, which is the small book of Srila Prabhupada. There, the Srila Prabhupada wrote, we originally come from the Krishna Loka. So, how do I know the exact fact?
So, Srila Prabhupada says many kinds of statements. We came from Goloka, he writes in the same, he writes completely opposite statement in third canto, 16th chapter. In the last 5 purports, if you read, no jiva can fall down from Vaikuntha. That means from spiritual world, nobody can fall down. And he says, we are coming from the Vaikuntha means our origin is Krishna actually. That sense you should understand. That also he says. Sometimes he says that, why you are all discussing this? Now you are drowning in the water and someone is coming and giving an helping hand, and you will take up the hand, or you will be simply think that how I fell down into this water. Why you are thinking all of this? Also he says, that means you don't need to think of all these things, he says. So, how to see these things? Actually, if you read Srimad Bhagavatam, 2nd canto, 5th chapter onwards, so Srishti Leela, that means creation is being explained, is started. How the jivas getting the material body and these things happens, and where it begins. Sastra saying about Jivatma from which onwards? It is telling that Jivatmas are beginningless. That means without beginning, they are covered with avidya and they are all in the body of Mahavishnu. And when he glances, those jivas are coming and entering into the Prakriti, and then in the later time, they are getting the subtle and gross bodies. This is the process explained again and again in the 2nd and 3rd cantos in the many chapters. So Shastra is the Pramana. And then why Prabhupada is saying then, so you are falling from Vaikuntha or the Golok Vrindavan. The reason is, people who are initially not having such a caliber to understand Srimad Bhagavatam and the authority of Srimad Bhagavatam, for them very appealing thing is, you are culprit, you misutilized your free will and that's why you came out. It is very appealing to us. But if you see the fact, in the Golok Vrindavan, the love for Krishna and the pleasure coming for the devotees is far, far superior than the pleasure whatever is attained by Lord. And no jiva can make a choice of going and leaving the bhakti and going away from Krishna. It's impossible. It's a fact. So that's why you have to take, when our Acharya says, his mission is, in the preaching purpose says, there is no need to speak all the time truth. It's the important thing is, it's a mission. Bringing the people to the main doors, close to the main doors. Then after that, after opening main doors, then we'll show what is the real show. So that's why you have his statements in a different directions for the different purpose. Okay. Prakash, is okay?
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Anyone? Any question?
No more questions. Looks like.
Wow. So anyway, our time is 11:30, na? 1.5 hours.
Yeah, something like that.
We are closing. We are close to our time, almost all. So if you have no questions, so please, all the best for all of you. So be in good association. Try to maintain good association so that energy will be boosted, spiritual energy. And do take up this process. By regular studying of the scriptures, you will be developing more and more reading and hearing. If you do, then your shraddha will increase, your faith increases, and then you can take up process strongly. And you can move forward. Okay, thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Pitai Gaur Preman.
Hari.
I'll end
Thank
the
you.
session. Okay,
We call you some, bro. Thank you, bro.
Okay.